Closed captioning brought to you by Illustrated Properties Real Estate. Our roots run deep.
Greetings, I'm Curt Fonger, and today we welcome Glenn Jergensen, Executive Director for the Palm Beach County Tourist Development Council, to discuss how tourism, this area's largest industry, impacts our local real estate market and our economy. Plus, we go into the field to capture some community spotlights and highlights, as well as great ways to appreciate the value of your home. But first, I'd like to welcome our weekly contributor and real estate expert, Tom Day, Senior Vice President at Illustrated Properties, and Glenn Jergensen. Glenn, first of all, how many people visit Palm Beach County each year?
On an annual basis, we receive about 5 million visitors per year coming to Palm Beach County.
5 million.
5 million. And they spend $5 billion every single year that they come here. And that's the economic impact of our visitors to Palm Beach County. And that's from Jupiter to Boca Raton, from Palm Beach all the way out to the Glades.
And what's the role of the Tourist Development Council in bringing people here? Everybody knows we have beaches.
We are the oversight organization for organizations that we contract with. We contract with a group known as Discover Palm Beach County. They are the marketing arm for Palm Beach County. They are marketing us around the world, throughout the United States. Most of our visitors come from the New York, New Jersey area. We put a tremendous amount of marketing money into that market every single winter. And then we also focus on the drive market because we have a tremendous drive market during the summertime. We have a cultural council that's responsible for working with 200 of our closest attractions and cultural attractions in Palm Beach County. We have over 200 of them. They work on providing grants to those organizations from our taxes that we collect. We collect bed taxes. Those are accommodations taxes. When you stay in a hotel, you're paying 5 cents on every dollar.
That's what they're paying. That's not what we're paying.
Absolutely. These are not ad valorem taxes. These are not taxes paid by Palm Beach County residents. These are paid by our visitors. And we then turn that money back into marketing dollars. So we go out with cultural activities, we go out with marketing, with Discover out to the world, and we also have a sports commission which is responsible for bringing in amateur and professional sports. Honda Classic that's going on right now, the Allianz Tournament, Delray Tennis, spring training in Jupiter. So we have a lot of great things. We are becoming a sports lifestyle destination, between having the equestrian activities all winter long out in Wellington to tennis in Delray. And we've just secured right now, over the past couple of months, we are working on bringing the first bowl game, college bowl game, to Boca Raton at FAU.
And Glenn, I should say, our real estate company, we sell a lot of, we do a lot of rentals, I should say, but many of them will convert to people moving here permanently. What does the market look like for 2014?
The number of visitors will probably increase. We're looking at, Governor Scott has given everybody a challenge in Florida to increase that number to 100 million visitors. We have targeted to go up to 6 million visitors. So certainly with that, if you can convert some of those visitors, as we all are, many of us are transplants that have come down to enjoy this beautiful weather that we have here, and we buy a home and we stay.
I'm a transplant. It's a great place. Glenn Jergensen, thank you for being here, explaining what the Tourist Development Council does. And when we come back a little bit later on South Florida Real Estate Update, I'm going to be talking with Tom about the impact on real estate sales on all of the visitors to Palm Beach County in this area.
Thanks very much.
Absolutely. Pleasure. Curt, pleasure.
Now let's take a look at one of the great places to live in South Florida.
Juno Beach is a beautiful seaside community which is predominantly residential. It is located in the northern part of Palm Beach County on a barrier island between Palm Beach Gardens and Jupiter. With the Intercoastal Waterway on one side and the ocean on the other, the residents of Juno enjoy a virtual island lifestyle. With approximately 2,000 year-round residents and a peak seasonal population of around 6,000, Juno Beach maintains a very laid-back, small-town feel and is an ideal setting for a vacation home or permanent residence. There is ample beach access to some of the most pristine beaches in Florida, and Juno is a major turtle nesting ground. In fact, the Loggerhead Marine Life Center is located in Juno Beach. Many come to Juno Beach for its excellent waterfront activities for all ages, like sunbathing, surfing, and fishing. with the 990-foot Juno Pier a major attraction for both. There are also ample trails and oceanfront paths for walking, jogging, and bicycling. Juno maintains large areas of natural coastal scrubland with paths for public enjoyment and has more well-maintained parks than many much larger cities, and most of these are on the water. Juno Beach literally has something for everyone, and property values here are rising. You can find homes at any price point, from well-maintained older homes to single-family homes on the water to condominiums, retirement living, and even fine oceanfront estates, all close to Juno's great beaches and activities, including the Jupiter Theater, nationally known golf courses, tennis courts, parks, shopping, and art galleries. Juno Beach truly is a Florida paradise. Choosing the right real estate agency and realtor makes a dramatic difference in the outcome of your transaction and overall experience. So before you make your decision, make sure your realtor has a solid understanding of the local market, lifestyles, and opportunities, as well as strong connections and trusted resources. Knowledge, experience, cutting-edge technology. This is our culture. This is our promise. Illustrated Properties Real Estate. Our roots run deep.
Who is it?
I'm Roger, of Adams Air Conditioning.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to technicians showing up on time.
We get that a lot. May I come in?
It's so hot in here.
Exactly 92.4 degrees to be exact.
Just look at my kids.
Do something for Pete's sake.
Help me, Roger of Adams Air Conditioning. You're our only hope.
I'm on it.
You did it! Thank you!
No need to thank me. It's what we do.
Is your house, driveway, or patio looking a little discolored? Then call Paul Stetson Pressure Cleaning. Walls, driveways, patios, decks, fences, and all types of roofs, let us clean your home or business. We have been a member of the Better Business Bureau since 1991 and are the most experienced company in the northern Palm Beaches. Licensed and insured, Paul Stetson Pressure Cleaning is the reliable and affordable solution to your exterior cleaning needs. Call us today.
I'm here with Larry Rowe of L.B. Rowe Pools, and Larry, this time here at Banyan Lake Estates, you had a pool and they wanted it renovated.
Yes, sir. The pool was really confined. It had a fence around it. It was an old spray deck, and we installed the new paver look with the retaining walls and all just to open it up to the lake.
So this took a lot of excavation and construction.
Yes, it did, and just making sure everything's put in place before you build the walls, and electricity and water and sprinklers and all that.
Where did the design idea come from?
We sat down with the homeowner and went over some different things and showed her some other jobs, and then we came up with this.
Now, this previously had just a sloping grass elevation into the lake.
Yeah, and as you can see now, we have all the paths and the fire pit and everything. It's all kind of tied together where we used the whole yard before. It was just, there was a fence around the pool right there and no access to the lake except one way on the side. It was terrible.
And you expanded the pool deck.
Yeah, we made the pool deck bigger with pavers, which was very simple, and incorporated the paths to the dock and to the fire pit, and it works well that way.
But the pool itself stayed the same.
Yes, we just basically put new tile, new coping, replastered it, new pool equipment, and that was it, just like new.
So you're looking at an updated look here.
Yes.
Rather than just a concrete hole in the ground filled with water.
Yeah, it was a 70s pool, maybe late 70s, and we just upgraded it. That's all we did. It looks nice. It came out really well, and the customer, the Basor family, they're very nice for letting us in here. But she came up with a lot of this, and we used a lot of their original landscape, and it came out really nice.
Now, this was an expensive project.
Yeah, I would say in the 40s. Mm-hmm. It was around there, but yeah, it was, we had a lot of space here to work with. The excavation, all we could basically move the dirt around on site. It was pretty simple to do, actually.
But if one of the viewers has a pool at home that needs updating, it doesn't have to be this expensive. There are other levels.
It doesn't. Just basic replaster, retile, new coping. They can stain the deck. change the railings around it. There's a lot of little things. Landscape helps a lot. I mean, just little things to make the pool updated.
And so now this is a pool for the 21st century.
Yes, it's updated with all the new variable speed pumps and all that we discussed last time, and it's very efficient and it looks nice.
Okay. Larry Rowe of L.B. Rowe Pools, thanks for being here on South Florida Real Estate Update.
You're welcome, Curt.
Welcome back to South Florida Real Estate Update, and welcome back to Jeannine Henrion of Group 1 Mortgage. Delightful to have you here, as always.
Nice to be here.
You'll remember a couple of weeks ago, we talked to John Tasillo. He's the chief economist of Florida Realtors, and he said something that really struck me. He alluded to the fact that banks are reluctant to lend these days. Have you seen that?
Well, I think that banks are reluctant to lend compared to 2005 and 2006, where, you know, if you could fog a mirror, they'd give you $500,000. But to qualified borrowers, they are eager to lend, but they want to make sure they're not setting the consumer or themselves up for failure. Rates are, you know, still very good. They are going up. The Federal Reserve is easing the quantitative easing.
Whatever that is, but it just means that we think the credit rates will be going up.
It means that the Federal Reserve was funding the market to keep rates artificially low. They've eased on that. So rates are starting to creep up a little bit, but for now, they're still historically low. You know, we're going to see them continue to creep. Now is a great time to access low interest rates.
And to call to see how much credit might be available to a lender.
Well, and that's the wonderful thing at Group 1. We have a variety of resources that we can underwrite to. We are not just restricted to one set of overlays, which might be the case if you walked into your local bank where you have your checking account. We have probably 15 different resources, including our portfolio lender, who doesn't care so much about the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac guidelines. They're just looking at, does this make sense?
When you say overlay, you mean the standards that a lending institution have for granting a mortgage.
Well, Curt, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are the primary purchasers right now of mortgage-backed securities. But each originating lender, the various sundry large financial institutions, have their own overlays depending on where their risk tolerances lie. And they're not all the same. So if you walked into the branch where you have your local checking and savings account, you may have a circumstance where you're slipping through the cracks in their guidelines and they can't qualify you. Well, at Group 1, that is never the case where you're just slipping through the cracks, because we've got 15 different resources that have different overlays.
More choices mean more chances to get a mortgage.
Absolutely.
So how is someone going to find out how much you qualify as a possible mortgage buyer?
Well, while rates are still low and while home prices are still very reasonable, the best thing to do is pick up the phone now and give me a call, and let's see how much you qualify for.
We see so much in newspaper and broadcast stories about how lending standards are tightening. But if you have a job and you have some money in the bank, you can still get a mortgage.
Oftentimes, that's true. Certainly, we're going to look at your credit. We want to make sure you have a credit report that shows you are inclined to pay your bills. We're also nowadays going to want to see your bank account. We want to make sure you have the financial wherewithal to close the transaction. And we're also going to be mindful of your debt to income ratio. We want you to have enough money left over at the end of every month to, you know, pay for electricity, buy milk and eggs, live your life. We're not going to qualify somebody who's making $2,500 a month for a $2,000 a month housing expense.
And they can find out by giving you a call.
The best thing to do is give me a call.
Jeannine Henrion, thank you very much. Group 1 Mortgage, thank you for being here on South Florida Real Estate Update.
My pleasure to be here.
Does your home have curb appeal? The impact of landscaping, especially here in South Florida, is incredible. It's a big part of how we assess the value of a home, a community, even a lifestyle. It takes vision, talent, and expertise to create a design that makes a truly great impression, one that will wow you today and grow throughout the years. Innovative, green, and gorgeous. Impact Landscaping, the clear choice.
We've all experienced guests that just will not leave.
You got the bug channel on here?
That was like that.
Nothing seems to make them leave.
Where did you buy this ham?
You're out of mustard, FYI.
Occupado.
They're everywhere.
Let's talk this over.
I'm Victoria Magaldi. Palm Coast Pest Control is family owned and operated. We are committed to getting rid of all your unwanted guests. Call us today.
It starts with a roof inspection. As a current homeowner, a buyer, or a seller, it's best to identify a roof's condition to determine the next course of action, if any. You can depend on the experts at State Certified Roofing to provide an honest and credible assessment of the roof and present options based on insurance company specifications, durability, design, cost, scheduling, and installation. State Certified Roofing, certified to ensure excellence.
We've been talking about all of the visitors coming into South Florida, Tom Day Illustrated Properties. These people need some place to stay, not just for a week or two, often in a hotel, but they'll need a seasonal rental.
And it could go even further than that. Many times a seasonal rental will develop, if they really like the area, which we hope they will, into a long-term rental or even a purchase.
And the important thing is here to develop a relationship with your realtor.
We'll deal with the right realtors that are experienced. In our case, we had over 4,000 rentals last year, and our agents have to go through very vigorous, rigorous training.
Now, so many people stay for a season and then they buy, but then they'll go back to New York or wherever they live for the rest of the year. Then property management becomes important.
And it's very reassuring for the buyers to know that our company does do property management and can take care of it for them.
So property management, it means more than just taking a look at the property once a week. It means looking over it and maintaining it.
It could be many things. So again, our company has access to all the right contractors to protect them.
So it's a process. You start as a seasonal rental, and then maybe you become a long-term renter or a buyer, and then develop a relationship to get property management.
And that's the process we see.
And 4,000 rental properties last year.
It's a big number.
It is. Tom Day, Illustrated Properties, thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm here with Joel Dowley of Two Men and a Truck. Joel, welcome back to South Florida Real Estate Update.
Good to be here with you, Curt.
Now, Joel, I have a technical question for you. When you're measuring a piano, how do you convert cubic yards?
Hey, excuse me, Curt. I think Truckee has something for me. What, Truckee? Truckee thinks we should go inside and talk about packing.
Packing? Truckee, lead the way. Okay, now we're inside one of the offices of Two Men and a Truck talking about packing. Joel, I'm going to guess that most of your boxes don't have a window.
You're right, Curt. But we did prepare that so it can demonstrate one of the most important things to remember about packing.
What's that?
And that is packing is the opposite of dancing.
Okay.
In dancing, you want movement and touching. In packing, we want no movement, and if there is movement, we want no touching. So that's what our goal is when we pack boxes.
And you have to have the right size box to do that, obviously.
Absolutely. The best thing to remember is have the right size box for the right item. A small box, medium-sized box, larger box. We also have specialty boxes. We have a box that works for pictures that can be adjusted to size up to 4 feet, and it can also handle a small box. We also have wardrobe boxes where they're about 4 feet tall, and you can hang about 2 feet worth of closet space in one of those boxes for your hang-up clothes so that they get to the new location just as fresh as they left your closet.
And they're not wrinkled.
And they're not wrinkled, absolutely.
And then comes the packing.
Yes, well, it's important that you have in addition to the right box, the right packing supplies. We have bubble wrap here, a couple of different kinds of bubble wrap, and
So I had to do that.
These peanuts, I hate them, but they really are necessary in some cases for some kinds of very fragile items. And then, of course, regular packing paper. You can also use plain newsprint, but that's becoming fairly uncommon anymore. We don't have as much of that. But this packing paper, you want to make sure that the items are packed very well. Keep in mind, no
And
movement
full.
and no touching.
And full.
That's right. Full is part of that. Now, we have a box down there that is an example of how not to do it, where the box can, you push down on it and it's going to crush. That's not what we want. This is a better example. This is firm and sturdy so that something else can be stacked upon this. It's going to protect the items in the box much better. It's going to allow the mover to load the truck more efficiently and effectively.
And this is not acceptable packing.
This is not a good thing. People sometimes give us their plastic bags filled with things. Not sure what's in this, but I can tell you that it's probably not going to get there in a very safe way.
So in other words, try to find a box that's much more appropriate for it and put it in there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, it's time now for us to pack it in. Joel Dowley, 2 men in a truck. Thanks for being here on South Florida Real Estate Update. Say, Truckee, how'd we do?
There's a reason why realtors turn to David Dunham Insurance. They want to help their buyers secure a homeowner's policy that delivers the best coverage and cost. As an independent insurance agent who is connected with over 25 A-rated companies, David Dunham Insurance connects homeowners with the best worry-free options available. Confidence, security, and cost adds up to peace of mind. That's why realtors turn to David Dunham Insurance. Shouldn't you?
If you're asking yourself, will anyone help me save my home? Direct your question to James A. Chaffee, Esquire, a.k.a. the Juris Doctor. Through his daily practice and legal advice column, Mr. Chaffee provides his diagnosis and a path to help homeowners achieve the best possible outcome. If you're dealing with a tough situation or simply closing on a home, don't go it alone. Make sure you have proper representation. The Juris Doctor, real estate attorney James A. Chaffee, by your side.
Do you want the best deal on carpeting? Call us last! Do you want the best deal on hardwood and laminate? Call us last! Want the best deal on tile? Call us last! At Bargain Bob's, we're so sure of our price, product, and service that we want you to call us last. Bargain Bob's, one call, that's all. 561-848-0808. Most people know Florida for its great beaches, theme parks, and as a vacation and retirement destination. Our climate is warm, and our waters are inviting the majority of the year. But many people don't realize that Florida is a sportsman's paradise. Florida is a peninsula surrounded by water, with numerous lakes, waterways, and swamp throughout its interior to the south, and grassy savanna and pine forests to the north. This means that if you like the outdoors, Florida has a little bit of everything. The offshore fishing here is world-renowned, from drift fishing for bottom fish like snapper and grouper to trolling for mahi-mahi, wahoo, and sailfish. The legendary author and sportsman Ernest Hemingway made his home here and in the neighboring Caribbean to fish these very waters. Inshore, the fishing is just as exciting, with bonefish, tarpon, and snook in abundance. And let's not forget those lakes and streams. South Florida's freshwater fishing is unparalleled, with major bass tournaments hosted in and around Lake Okeechobee, the 7th largest lake in the USA. Florida is also a world-renowned dive destination. Our warm and clear ocean waters are rich with coral and marine life. Every year, thousands flock to South Florida for the opening of lobster season, and spear fishermen enjoy a cornucopia of targets. There are also numerous shipwrecks to explore and Spanish treasure fleets yet undiscovered. Florida is also popular with hunters, with much of the state's interior being undeveloped. This means you can hunt hog, alligator, and duck in the swamps, or stay dry and hunt quail, turkey, and game both small and large, like rabbit and deer. But be aware, Florida has strict hunting regulation and licensing, with protected species including bear and panther. Many people prefer to hunt with the camera and to preserve nature. Florida is a spectacular destination for the wildlife photographer, with a network of parks and trails statewide that are perfect for hiking and camping. Many parks feature canoe and kayak access to Florida's numerous lakes and waterways. No matter what you like to do outdoors, if it doesn't involve snow, Florida probably is one of the best places to enjoy it.
Do you have a question about real estate or something that we've talked about here on the program that you'd like to have answered on the air? Of course you do. Well, ask Curt. Email me at curtfonger@sfreu.com. curtfonger@sfreu.com. It's easy. You know you want to. Email me.
We're all inundated with promotional messages about how to secure a mortgage. It's hard to know what to do. That's where Jeannine Henrion from Group 1 Mortgage comes in. Not only does she have the expertise to uncover your best options, she is there to help you every step of the way.
It was our dream to be homeowners, and we didn't think it would happen as quickly as it did because we didn't have a lot of money going into the process, but using a VA loan, Jeannine was really able to help us out.
Absolutely. She made it as effortless as possible.
Jeannine Henrion. Count on her to go the extra mile.
Is your credit as good as your current economic situation? It can be. Advances in credit repair can boost your credit score in as little as 37 days. Plus, the February market reports are in. Illustrated Property Senior Vice President Tom Day and I discuss the latest trends. I'm Curt Fonger. South Florida Real Estate Update, addressing the local real estate market. Sunday mornings at 11:30, right here on WPBF 25. And there you are, South Florida Real Estate Update, on air, online, and on the go, addressing your local real estate market. I'm Curt Fonger. Until next Sunday, have a good week.